Gracie, let me know when you're back or able to hear me.
I'm back. I can hear you.
All right, awesome. Um, so uh let's do some evaluating functions. We'll see how much time we need and get through this. Are you doing all functions? All like there's no short any specific functions or anything like that?
Nothing specific.
Okay. So let's say I asked you to find f of -2. Could you try that for me, please?
Yeah. Is it just -4? Oh wait.
So the thing is that you want to treat this variable like it's in parentheses. So when you substitute in for the number, you're just putting it in that parentheses. And then
Okay.
order of operations says, hey, we're going to do exponents before adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing.
Right. So then -3.
It is -3. Good. So let's do another one here. Let's say g of x is 3x cubed minus 4x squared. What is g of -1?
-7.
It is -7. So that idea here of putting that number in parentheses gets you to -3 minus 4, which is -7. Good. All right. Let's increase the difficulty a tiny bit here. Um, let's say I give you a function like this, and I ask you to find the following. I ask you for, let me write it over here to the right, g of 3 minus 6. What do you think that means? No, it's a little bit different than,
Um, is it like, do you like solve it and then subtract 6 from it?
yes, you evaluate it and then subtract 6. So go ahead and give that a try, please.
Okay. Is it -23?
Yes, g of 3 is -7 times 3 plus 4, which is -17 minus 6 ends up being -23. Good. Okay. What if I tell you, and these are just kind of the odd ones here. Let's just say f of x equals 5. What is f of 3?
It's
So in words, this says the output is always 5.
So is it 2 plus x?
Nope, it's 5. What is f of 1?
5.
5. What is f of negative 500?
5.
Okay. What is f of a?
5.
5. Good. Okay. Now, sometimes you get a graph. So let's look at that. Here's a graph. All right. Could you find what is f of 4? F of 4. Maybe this looks familiar from what you saw in class today.
Is it 1?
It is 1. Okay. Very good. So now let's switch our conversation to a more challenging topic, which it shouldn't be, but it just is. So let's say I ask you where f of x equals 4 this time. This is saying that the output is 4. I'm going to draw a red line where the output is 4. Where do they intersect? What's the x value there?
2.
2. So what this is saying is that x is 2. When x is 2, y is 4. That's what this is saying here.
Right.
Let's look at another graph. Ooh. All right. I want to know where f of x equals 20.
At 20.
It's at 20. It kind of worked out where it's the same value. Now, what if I ask you where f of x equals 8?
At 0.
Is there any other values?
Um, yes.
Okay. What is the other one?
Um, wait, I don't know.
Well, why did you choose 0?
Because that's where they line up.
Okay. Where they intersect, maybe? Do they
Yeah.
intersect anywhere else?
Yes.
What's
At
the x value there?
14.
14. Okay, let's look at the graph one more time here. So where does f of x equal 14?
Um, at like 17.
I know this is tough because you don't have it on your in front of you, but if you were to draw a line at 14 across here, yeah, 17 for sure. Anywhere else?
And 0.
There's no intersection at 0.
Oh.
Where else does it hit the
Oh.
curve?
And then 26.
Yeah, 26. All right, let's go back. I'm going to grab this one here. Ask you one more question here. Where does f of x equal? Oh, this one's no good. All right, we'll skip that. Okay. Let's see if I can find any with a table. You know, I mean, are these similar to what you're seeing in class?
Yes.
Okay. It's hard to know exactly where you're going. I kind of feel like you're going to be doing what's called the difference quotient at some point. Um, so let's look at the graph. Let's see if we can do a few more questions here. All right, so here we go. All right, could you tell me what f of 2 equals, f of 2 equals? And what you have to start deciding is, am I giving you the x value or the y value when I write something like this?
The X value?
I'm giving you the x value. So you go to wherever x is 2 and you find the y value. What's the y value there?
2.
Nope. 2, 2 is up here.
Oh, -2.
-2. All right. All right. Now, where does f of x equal 4? Where does f of x equal 4? Am I giving you the x or the y value?
The Y.
They're giving you the y value. So where does that intersect the graph?
-2.
Yes, that is correct. So x equals -2. All right. Where does f of x equal 0?
Just at 0?
So is that the only place that it hits that red line?
Also -5.
Yeah, so there's 2 points there. There's x equals -5 and 0. Any questions on that?
No.
Okay. So there's a lot of directions this could go. Let's say I give you a function like this. Let me put this one in front of you. There's 2 questions I could ask. We've kind of already talked about this. I can either give you an x to find y, or y to find x. And you just have to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable with which direction. So if I ask you where j of x equals 0, that's this one on the right. On the left is like saying what's j of -3, for example.
Okay.
So that's the big distinction here. So could you try solving each of these or evaluating the appropriate one for that?
Yes. Um, okay. For the first one, I have 3.
It's 2 times -3 plus 9. Yeah, it's 3. How about for the one on the right?
-9/2.
Yep, very good. So where I think you're going, and you can maybe tell me if that is the case. They're going to give you a function like this, and they're going to ask you to find g of like x plus h. Does that look at all like what you saw in class?
Um, I think so. I think he was starting with that.
Okay, and what that means is you're putting x plus h in for x.
Okay.
So to simplify this, you distribute the -3 into both, -3x minus 3h plus 1.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes.
It does get more difficult than this, but this is just starting out. So let me come up with another function here. Let's go p of x equals 5 minus 2x, and find p of x plus 8, please.
Um, okay, so I have P of x plus h equals 5 minus 2x minus 2h. Do I distribute the P in the front?
No, this is just notation.
Okay,
So
so
it's just 5 minus 2x minus 2h like that.
and just leave it like that?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna do more, but that's what's going on here. So let me give you another one here. Let's say k of x equals minus 7x plus 1. I want you to find k of 3 and then k of 3 plus h.
Okay. Um, K of 3, I have -20, and K of 3 plus h, I have -7h minus 20.
Okay. Now the problem might say the following. They would give you this, but they would say to find or calculate k of 3 plus h minus k of 3.
Uh-huh.
So you're taking these pieces and you're putting them into the equation. So could you try reducing this for me, please?
Yes. Is it just negative 7h?
Okay, so let's try that from the beginning. Let's say I give you a function like f of x equals 2x minus 3, and I want you to find f of 2 plus h minus f of 2.
Okay. Um, I got 2.
Okay, so f of 2 plus h is 2 times 2 plus h minus 3, which ends up being 4 plus 2h minus 3. F of 2 is 2 times 2 minus 3, which ends up being 1. Does that match what you have so far?
Yes.
Okay, so then this becomes 4 plus 2h minus 4. Those cancel, and you just get 2h. Does that match what you have?
No, I didn't do that right.
Okay. So in this problem, I was trying to see if you would break it apart like we did the previous problem. First, find the functional value, then find the number plus h, then combine them. So let's take another look, see if you want to update your notes or anything.
Okay. Okay.
All right, let's try another one here. Let's say that, I don't know, mostly they use g of x. So g of x equals 3 minus 4x. Find g of -1, then find g of -1 plus h. Oops. And then ultimately we want to do g of -1 plus h minus g of -1.
Okay.
Is it clear what I'm asking for?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Oh,
How would yours match up with g of -1 and g of -1 plus h?
yes.
Okay. So what did you get when you simplified here?
Um, negative 4h plus 8.
But isn't it 7 minus 4h minus 7? You're just taking this output is the first one. G of -1 is the second output.
Oh no, I put -1.
Okay, so the g of -1 that is 7. This becomes just minus 4h.
Oh, okay. Got it.
All right. Let's try another one here. Um, got to get this down. Let's do k of x equals 5x minus 6. Do k of -3, k of -3 plus h.
Okay.
And then at the end here, we'll do k of -3 plus h minus k of -3.
Okay. Okay, so k of -3, I got -21.
Okay,
Of -3 plus h, I got 5h minus 21.
it'd be -5h. All right.
Um,
No. I'm sorry. I have the wrong coefficient. That's correct. That's correct. 5h minus 21. What does this become?
just 5h.
Yes. Okay. So the last piece of this is that you'll end up getting something more complicated like uh, f of x equals x squared minus 9. And you first have to figure out what f of x plus h is. So this time, when you put it in for x, you have to remember that you're expanding a binomial.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to remember how to FOIL.
Right.
So that's x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 9. I'm going through this one quickly because we're going to focus more on the numerical ones, but this could be coming in your class. So let's say your f of x is something like this, 2x squared minus 3x, and I want f of 1 and then f of 1 plus h. So can you tell me f of 1, please?
Yes. It's just -1.
It is -1, yeah. Can you now for 1 plus h, it's 2 times 1 plus h squared minus 3 times 1 plus h. All right, so to simplify this, there's a bit more work involved. 1 plus h times 1 plus h, and then you are distributing in on the right. So could you try foiling this here for me, please?
Yes. Um, h squared plus 2h plus 1.
Good. And then you got to multiply that by 2. So you end up getting 2h squared plus 4h plus 2. You bring the rest of this down and then you simplify, you combine like terms. So you get 2h squared plus h minus 1, like that.
Okay.
All right. Any questions on that?
Nope.
Okay, so let's try another one here. Let's go x squared minus 5x. Could you find g of 2 plus h for me, please?
Yeah. Okay, I have h squared minus 1h minus 6.
Like that?
Yes.
All right, let me just take a look here. 2 plus h squared minus 5 times 2 plus h. This becomes 4 plus 4h plus h squared minus 10 minus 5h. And I agree, you got the h squared minus 1h minus 6. Perfect. All right, good job. So, where this is going is kind of like that example here. You'll find like g of 2, which is 2 squared minus 5 times 2, which ends up being minus 6. And then you'll be asked to find like g of 2 plus h minus g of 2, which is h squared plus h minus 6 minus a minus 6, which is h squared plus h.
Um, okay.
All right. Any questions? I think we've done so far.
Not really, no.
You want another example, or do you feel like we've done enough for tonight? Kind of reaching here for stuff.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and stop here. We have